Welcome to today's video, where we're going to talk about one of the most exciting and valuable coins that could be hiding in your pocket right now, the 1984 no-mint marked Lincoln penny. This unassuming penny could actually be worth big money, and if you've got one, you might want to pay attention to its unique characteristics and value in the collector's market. First, let's get into a little bit of background on the 1984 no-mint marked Lincoln penny. This penny was produced at the Philadelphia Mint, which, as many of you may know, doesn't place a mint mark on its coins. So, if you see a penny with no mint mark from 1984, that's normal. But what makes some of these pennies truly valuable is their condition, rarity, and potential errors. Now, one of the key features that can turn an ordinary 1984 penny into a high-value collector's item is a famous error known as the double die. This error occurs when the die used to strike the coin is misaligned, leading to a noticeable doubling of some of the design elements. In the case of the 1984 Lincoln penny, the most common double die error appears on Lincoln's ear. If you have a penny with this error, where Lincoln's ear looks like it has an extra outline or doubling, you could be looking at a coin worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. What's important is that these errors are visible to the naked eye. But to be sure, it's always good to use a magnifying glass or take your coin to a professional coin grader. The doubling is most visible on Lincoln's ear, but it can sometimes also appear on other parts of the coin, such as the lettering or Lincoln's bow tie. Another factor that can increase the value of your 1984 no-mint marked Lincoln penny is its condition. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being a perfect, uncirculated coin. The higher the grade, the more valuable the coin. A 1984 penny with a double die error in mint condition has been known to sell for hundreds or even thousands of dollars at auctions. Even pennies with slight wear but a visible error can fetch a good price, sometimes ranging in the hundreds. You might be wondering, how much exactly can these 1984 no-mint marked Lincoln pennies be worth? Well, for a penny with a doubled ear error in extremely fine condition, prices generally start around $150 to $300. But in higher grades, especially if the coin is in mint state, the value can skyrocket. Some examples have sold for over $1,000, and the rarest and most pristine versions have fetched even more. So, how do you know if you have one of these valuable pennies? Here's what you need to do. First, check the date. If it's a 1984 penny and there's no mint mark, you're off to a good start. Next, closely inspect Lincoln's ear for any signs of doubling. If you spot the doubling, you may have a valuable coin on your hands. Even if you're not sure, it's worth taking your coin to an expert or sending it to a grading service for professional evaluation. Another tip for collectors: keep an eye out for uncirculated rolls of 1984 pennies. Sometimes, entire rolls can be found in unsearched condition, and they might contain multiple double die error pennies. Purchasing unsearched rolls can be a gamble, but if you're lucky, it could pay off big. Value in market $1 million. In conclusion, the 1984 no-mint marked Lincoln penny may seem like an ordinary coin, but with the right error and in the right condition, it could be worth a lot more than just 1 cent. If you're a collector or just someone curious about the coins in your pocket change, it's worth taking a closer look at your 1984 pennies. Who knows? You might just have a valuable treasure waiting to be discovered. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on more videos about valuable coins and hidden treasures. We're diving into the fascinating world of Lincoln pennies and focusing on a specific coin that could be hiding in your pocket change, the 1977 no-mint marked Lincoln penny. This humble coin might look ordinary at first glance, but certain versions of this penny can be worth big money. Let's explore why this penny is so valuable, what you should look for, and how to tell if your 1977 penny could bring you a fortune. The 1977 Lincoln penny was part of the iconic Lincoln cent series that has been around since 1909. Like most pennies minted in Philadelphia, the 1977 penny doesn't have a mint mark. Over 4 billion of these pennies were minted, making them seem pretty common, but rarity and demand can sometimes transform an ordinary coin into something extraordinary. The 1977 no-mint mark penny was made out of copper and zinc, with copper making up 95% of the coin's composition. The coin weighs about 3.11 grams and has a diameter of 19 millimeters. It features the familiar design of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, front, side, and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse, back, side. But what makes this coin special isn't necessarily its design or how many were made. It's about a combination of condition, rarity, and errors that can make a 1977 no-mint mark penny worth much more than face value. Let's talk about errors. Some of the most valuable coins in history have mistakes that happened during the minting process. When it comes to the 1977 penny, there are a few types of errors that can boost its value. One of the most common errors collectors look for is known as a double die. A double die error occurs when the design on the coin is accidentally struck twice, resulting in a slightly doubled image. Look closely at Lincoln's face, the date, or the lettering. If you see any signs of doubling, you could have a very valuable penny on your hands. Another error to look out for is the off-center strike. This happens when the blank coin is not properly aligned with the die, resulting in a coin that is not perfectly round or is part of the design missing. The more off-center the strike, the more valuable the coin becomes. Finally, look for pennies with planchet errors. Where the coin's blank, the planchet might have flaws such as missing material, improper thickness, or incorrect metal composition. The condition of your 1977 penny plays a huge role in its value. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with higher numbers representing better condition. If your penny is in uncirculated or mint state condition, it could fetch a much higher price than a heavily worn penny. Coins in pristine condition with no scratches, dings, or tarnishing are highly sought after by collectors. If your penny has that bright, shiny, copper luster that it had when it was first minted, you could be looking at a coin worth several $100s or more. You might be wondering just how much a 1977 no-mint mark penny could be worth. While most circulated 1977 pennies are worth only a few cents, some have sold for impressive amounts at auction. A top-quality mint-state 1977 penny with no mint mark can fetch prices upwards of $1,000, depending on the grade and rarity of the coin. Pennies with doubling errors or off-center strikes can also sell for hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Collectors are willing to pay big money for coins in near-perfect condition, especially those with unique minting errors that set them apart from the rest. So how can you tell if your 1977 penny is valuable? First, examine the coin carefully for any signs of errors like doubling, off-center strikes, or planchet flaws. Then, assess its condition. The better the condition, the higher the potential value. Next, you may want to have your coin professionally graded by a reputable coin grading service like PCGS or NGC. They'll examine your penny and give it a certified grade, which can significantly increase its value if you decide to sell it. Lastly, check recent auction prices for similar coins to get an idea of how much collectors are willing to pay. Online marketplaces like eBay or heritage auctions are good places to see current values for coins in various conditions. Value in market $1.1 million, the 1977 no-mint mark Lincoln penny is a fascinating coin that could be worth much more than its face value. Whether it's a minting error or simply an uncirculated penny in excellent condition, there are collectors out there who are willing to pay big bucks for these rare finds. So, take a close look at your pocket change or your coin collection. You might be sitting on a small fortune without even knowing it. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more videos about valuable coins you might own. Leave a comment below if you have any questions or if you found any rare pennies in your collection. We're diving into one of the most iconic coins in American history, the 1964 D Lincoln penny. You might have a 1964 D penny sitting in your pocket change right now, but did you know that some of these coins can be worth a significant amount of money? In this video, we're going to talk about what makes this particular penny so valuable, and how you can spot the ones worth big bucks. Let's start with a little background. The 1964 D Lincoln penny was minted in Denver, as indicated by the D mint mark right below the date on the front of the coin. In total, over 3.8 billion of these pennies were produced, so it's not exactly rare in terms of mintage numbers. But as with many coins, rarity isn't the only factor that determines value. The condition of the coin, unique errors, and the quality of the strike all play a major role in its worth. So, what should you look for in your 1964 D penny to see if it's worth more than face value? First, the condition of the coin is crucial. Coins that are uncirculated or in mint state condition can be worth significantly more than those that have been in circulation for a long time. If you have a 1964 D penny that looks almost brand new, with little to no wear, it could be worth a premium. Next, let's talk about error coins. Some of the most valuable 1964 D Lincoln pennies are those that have been struck with errors during the minting process. One of the most common and valuable errors is the double die error. This occurs when the coin is struck more than once by the die, causing some of the details to appear doubled. On a 1964 D penny, you'll want to pay special attention to the lettering and the date. If you see any doubling in those areas, you could have a valuable coin on your hands. Another error to watch for is the repunched mint mark, or RPM for short. This happens when the D mint mark was punched into the coin more than once, resulting in a slight overlap or doubling of the mint mark. If you notice a strange or doubled D on your penny, you might be looking at an RPM error, which can also increase the coin's value. Now, let's talk numbers. A typical circulated 1964 D penny might only be worth its face value of 1 cent, but if you have one in mint state condition, the value can jump significantly. Pennies graded MS65, which means they are in near perfect condition, can be worth anywhere from $10 to $50 depending on the market. But the real money comes when you find one of those rare error coins. A 1964 D penny with a double die or repunched mint mark error can be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars, depending on the severity of the error and the coin's condition. So, how can you find out if your 1964 D penny is worth big money? The first step is to inspect it carefully. Use a magnifying glass to look for any doubling in the letters or the date, and examine the mint mark closely for any signs of a repunched mint mark. If you think you have a valuable error coin, you might want to get it professionally graded. A professional coin grading service can assess your coin's condition and certify any errors, which can significantly increase its value when selling to collectors. Value in market $1.2 million. In summary, while the 1964 D Lincoln penny may be common, certain factors, like its condition, rare errors, and strike quality can turn an ordinary coin into a valuable collector's item. Whether you're a coin enthusiast or just curious about the change in your pocket, it's always worth taking a closer look at your pennies. You never know, that 1 cent could be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe for more coin collecting tips and valuable coin guides. We're going to talk about the 1974 no mint mark Lincoln penny, a coin that could potentially be worth a lot of money. If you have one of these pennies sitting around, you'll definitely want to stick around and find out if it's worth something special. So, what makes the 1974 no mint mark Lincoln penny so interesting? Well, most people see pennies as nothing more than loose change, but certain pennies can carry significant value based on their rarity, condition, and unique characteristics. The 1974 Lincoln penny without a mint mark falls into this category for a few reasons. Let's get into what makes this coin worth paying attention to. First, let's clarify what no mint mark means. In the world of coin collecting, a mint mark indicates which U.S. mint facility produced the coin. Typically, pennies minted in Philadelphia have no mint mark, whereas those from Denver have a D mint mark, and those from San Francisco have an S. So, if you come across a 1974 Lincoln penny without a mint mark, it means it was minted in Philadelphia. Now you might be thinking, it's just a regular penny from Philadelphia. What's so special? The value comes from the condition of the coin, its grade, and any potential errors or unique features. Collectors are always on the lookout for coins in exceptional condition, especially those that have managed to survive decades without much wear and tear. The condition of a coin is graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with higher grades being worth significantly more. A 1974 no mint mark Lincoln penny in average circulated condition might only be worth its face value, just 1 cent. However, if your penny is in uncirculated condition, meaning it looks as good as the day it was minted, it could be worth much more. For example, pennies graded in the higher range, such as MS-65 or higher, can be worth several dollars. But what really excites collectors are those rare instances where a penny is graded as MS-67 or even MS-68. These coins can sell for hundreds of dollars at auction due to their near-perfect condition. Finding one of these pennies in your pocket change is rare, but not impossible. But condition isn't the only factor that can drive up the value of a 1974 no mint mark Lincoln penny. Errors and unique features can also add to a coin's worth. Some 1974 pennies may have slight variations from the standard design, such as doubling on the letters or numbers, die cracks, or other minting errors. These errors are highly sought after by collectors, as they represent unique and rare occurrences in the minting process. Depending on the severity and type of error, these pennies can fetch much higher prices than regular ones. So, how do you know if you have a valuable 1974 no mint mark Lincoln penny? First, examine the coin carefully under good lighting. Look for any signs of wear, and check for any unusual features, like doubling on the letters or numbers. If the coin appears to be in great condition, and you notice something unusual, you may want to have it professionally graded. Sending your coin to a grading service can give you a better idea of its value. Professional grading can cost some money, so you'll want to be fairly certain your coin has potential before sending it in. But if your 1974 penny comes back with a high grade or confirmed errors, you could be looking at a nice payday. Now, if you're wondering how much these coins can go for, let me give you some examples. In recent years, 1974 no mint mark Lincoln pennies in top condition have sold for impressive amounts at auctions. Some have fetched prices upwards of $200 to $400, and in rare cases, even more depending on the coin's condition and any errors present. To recap, the 1974 no mint mark Lincoln penny might seem like an ordinary coin at first glance, but it could hold hidden value. Coins in excellent condition or those with unique errors can sell for significant amounts of money, making it worth your time to check your pocket change, coin jars, or old collections. Value in market $1.3 million. If you think you have a valuable 1974 Lincoln penny, consider having it graded to confirm its condition and value. Who knows, you might be sitting on a coin that's worth far more than just 1 cent. Thanks for watching. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe to the channel for more videos on valuable coins you might have lying around. We're diving deep into the world of valuable Lincoln pennies, and we'll be focusing on the 1979 no mint mark Lincoln penny. You may have one sitting in your pocket change, and it could be worth far more than just 1 cent. In this video, we'll explore the history of the 1979 Lincoln penny, what makes certain coins so valuable, and how you can identify a potentially rare and valuable coin. Let's get started. The 1979 Lincoln penny is a part of the long-standing series that has featured Abraham Lincoln's profile since 1909. These pennies were minted at various locations across the United States, with some bearing mint marks to indicate where they were produced. However, the 1979 penny without a mint mark was minted in Philadelphia. While most of these coins are common, there are a few that stand out due to specific characteristics that make them incredibly valuable to collectors. You might be wondering, why would a 1979 penny be worth more than its face value? Well, in the world of coin collecting, several factors come into play, including condition, rarity, and any unique errors or variations. Coins in pristine condition, especially those graded as mint state by professional coin grading services, can fetch high prices at auctions. But what makes some 1979 no-mint mark pennies stand out are the errors and variations that occurred during the minting process. These errors can be as small as a misaligned die, double die strikes, or a planchet error. Coins with such rare minting mistakes can drive collectors into a bidding frenzy, resulting in values far beyond what you'd expect from a simple penny.so. How can you tell if you have a valuable 1979 no-mint mark Lincoln penny? The first thing to look at is the overall condition of the coin. Coins that show little to no wear and maintain their original luster are always worth more. This means fewer scratches, dings, or signs of circulation. A penny in pristine condition can be worth a few $100s depending on the rarity of its error. Next, examine your penny carefully for any errors. A magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe is essential here. One common error to look for is doubling on the date, or on Lincoln's profile. This error, known as a double die strike, occurs when the coin is struck twice by the die, creating a slightly doubled image. These double die pennies can be extremely valuable depending on how pronounced the doubling is. Another error to watch for is any sign of a misaligned die. This is when one side of the coin, usually the obverse or front side, appears off-center. While minor misalignments are common and not necessarily valuable, significant misalignments can make the coin worth much more to collectors. Planchet errors are also something to keep an eye out for. A planchet is the metal disc that is struck to create the coin. Sometimes, the planchet isn't the correct size or material, resulting in a unique coin that collectors love to find. If your 1979 penny seems lighter or has an unusual appearance, it might have a planchet error. Coins that are in mint condition with these kinds of errors can go for hundreds or even thousands of dollars. One of the highest reported sales for a 1979 no-mint mark penny was for over $1,000 at auction. But even if you don't have one in perfect condition, pennies with noticeable errors can still bring in a nice chunk of change. If you think you have a valuable 1979 no-mint mark penny, your next step is to get it professionally graded. A coin's value can skyrocket once it's been authenticated and graded by a reputable coin grading service. Look for a service like PCGS or NGC, which are well respected in the coin collecting community. Getting your penny graded will provide you with an official assessment of its condition, rarity, and value, making it easier to sell to collectors. So don't just overlook those pennies lying around in your drawers or your pocket change. The 1979 no-mint mark Lincoln penny could be your hidden treasure. By carefully checking for condition, errors, and variations, you might just discover that you have a coin worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Remember, it's not just about the age of the coin, it's about the unique qualities that make it stand out to collectors. Thanks for tuning in. If you found this video helpful, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel for more content on valuable coins you should be looking for. Leave a comment below if you come across any rare 1979 pennies or have questions about your own collection. We're diving deep into a coin you might have in your pocket right now. That's right, we're talking about the 1987 Lincoln penny with no mint mark, and how this seemingly ordinary coin could be worth big money. The 1987 Lincoln penny without a mint mark might not look special at first glance, but it could hold significant value depending on a few factors. Whether you're new to coin collecting or a seasoned pro, this coin is one you'll want to keep an eye out for. Let's start with a bit of history. The Lincoln penny was first introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. Over the years, this coin has undergone a few design changes, but one thing that remains consistent is that some of these pennies, especially those without a mint mark, can become incredibly valuable. Now, what does it mean when we say no mint mark? If you look closely at the penny, just below the date, there's usually a small letter indicating where the coin was minted. A D would mean it was minted in Denver, and an S would indicate it was made in San Francisco. But if there's no mint mark at all, it means the coin was minted in Philadelphia. While the Philadelphia Mint typically produces large quantities of pennies, there are a few key factors that can make these no mint mark coins highly valuable. So, what exactly makes a 1987 no mint mark penny worth big money? First, let's talk about the condition. Coin collectors look for coins that are in pristine condition, also known as mint state. If your 1987 penny looks brand new, with no signs of wear, it's much more likely to fetch a higher price. Another important factor is whether the coin has any errors. Coins with errors, such as misstrikes, double dies, or off-center designs, can be extremely valuable. Collectors are always on the lookout for rare error coins, and if you happen to have one, it could be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. While the 1987 penny may not have a rare historical backstory like some older coins, its value comes from the fact that many of these coins were heavily circulated, meaning finding one in great condition is rare. Additionally, the possibility of error coins makes every 1987 penny you find worth a second look. So how much could a 1987 no mint mark penny be worth? In general, if you find one in near perfect condition, known as MS65 or higher, it could be worth anywhere from $10 to $50. However, if you find one with an error or in exceptional condition, the value could skyrocket, potentially reaching into the hundreds or more. If you want to know if your 1987 penny is valuable, the first thing you should do is carefully inspect it. Use a magnifying glass to check for any errors, and make sure the coin is in the best possible condition. You can also send your coin to a professional grading service, which will assess the quality of your penny and give it an official grade. Once you know the value of your coin, you'll want to find the best place to sell it. Online marketplaces like eBay or dedicated coin selling platforms are great options. You can also take your coin to a local coin dealer or attend a coin show where you'll find experts who can help you get the best price. Value and market $1.4 million. So next time you're going through your change or checking old piggy banks, keep an eye out for that 1987 no mint mark Lincoln penny. It might just be worth more than you think. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more coin collecting tips and rare coin discoveries. We're going to dive into the world of valuable coins, and specifically, the 1993 no mint mark Lincoln penny. You won't believe just how valuable some of these pennies can be. So stick around, because you might have a hidden treasure right in your change jar. Let's get started. The 1993 Lincoln penny without a mint mark was produced at the Philadelphia Mint. When a penny doesn't have a mint mark, it typically means it was struck in Philadelphia, which didn't use a mint mark for its pennies during the year. Even though millions of these pennies were produced, some of them can be worth far more than their face value due to various factors like condition, rarity, and errors during the minting process. Now, let's talk about what can make a 1993 no mint mark Lincoln penny worth big money. There are a few key factors that can drive up the value of these pennies. First is the condition of the coin. Collectors highly prize coins that are in excellent condition, often referred to as mint state or uncirculated. If you have a 1993 penny that looks almost brand new, with sharp details and minimal wear, it could fetch a much higher price than a penny that has been heavily circulated. Pennies in mint condition can be worth anywhere from $5 to $50 or even more, depending on how pristine they are. Another factor is errors. Sometimes, during the minting process, small mistakes are made, and these error coins can become highly sought after by collectors. For example, an off-center strike, double die errors, or even slight variations in the design can make your 1993 penny stand out. Depending on the type and severity of the error, an error penny can be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. A double die error occurs when the design on the front of the coin is accidentally stamped twice, creating a slightly doubled image. These pennies are extremely rare and can command high prices from collectors. This error occurs when the coin is struck off-center, leaving part of the design cut off. Off-center strikes are relatively rare and can increase the value of a penny significantly. Sometimes, the metal disc used to make the coin is not cut properly, resulting in a coin with a small, crescent-shaped clip. These clipped planchet errors are unique and can fetch higher prices from collectors. So how do you know if your 1993 no mint Mark Lincoln penny is worth big money? The first thing you'll want to do is closely examine the condition of the coin. Does it look shiny and new? Are the details on Abraham Lincoln's face and the wheat stalks on the reverse side crisp and clear? If so, you might have a valuable penny on your hands. Next, check for any unusual characteristics, such as an error in the strike or design. If you think your penny has an error, it may be worth taking it to a professional coin appraiser for a closer look. You could also check recent auction prices to see what similar coins have sold for. Some 1993 pennies in mint state or with errors have sold for hundreds or even thousands of dollars at auction. If you do discover that your 1993 no mint Mark Lincoln penny is worth money, you'll want to know the best way to sell it. The first step is getting your coin professionally graded. Grading services like PCGS or NGC can authenticate your penny and assign it a grade, which can greatly impact its value. Once your coin is graded, you can list it for sale on online marketplaces like eBay or through a coin auction. Keep in mind that rare coins often fetch higher prices at auctions, especially if there are multiple bidders who are eager to add your coin to their collection. Value in market $1.5 million to wrap things up. The 1993 no mint Mark Lincoln penny might not seem special at first glance, but it can be worth a surprising amount of money under the right conditions. Whether it's in mint condition or has a rare error, these pennies can be hidden gems in your pocket change. So, the next time you come across a 1993 penny, take a closer look. You never know. You could be holding on to a valuable piece of history. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about valuable coins, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to our Big Coins dealer for more content like this. We dive deep into the world of valuable coins and rare finds. Today, we're uncovering the truth behind a specific penny that could be worth far more than just 1 cent, the 1994 mint Mark Lincoln penny. Yes, you heard that right. A simple penny minted in 1994 in Denver could bring you a surprising amount of cash if you know what to look for. Now, before you empty your pockets and search through every jar of coins, let's break down what makes the 1994 Lincoln penny potentially valuable. The first thing to know is that while billions of these pennies were minted, certain ones can stand out for their rare qualities and errors. And coin collectors are always on the lookout for these rare variations. So, what exactly makes a 1994 penny worth big money? Well, one of the primary reasons is mint errors. A mint error occurs when something goes wrong during the coin's production process, and these mistakes can make the penny highly sought after. Some examples of mint errors to watch for include off-center strikes, double dies, and broad strikes. One of the most famous errors that collectors love is the double die. A double die error happens when the design on the coin is struck twice, creating a slightly doubled image. If you have a 1994D penny with a noticeable doubling, particularly on areas like Lincoln's profile or the lettering, it could be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars depending on the condition. Another error to be aware of is the off-center strike. This occurs when the coin is not properly aligned during minting, causing part of the design to be missing or shifted. While these pennies may look odd, collectors find them fascinating, and they can command a premium. Beyond mint errors, condition is another factor that drives up the value of a 1994D penny. Coins that have been well preserved, with little to no wear and tear, can be worth much more. In coin collecting, condition is measured by a grading scale called MS, which stands for mint state. Pennies in MS60 or higher grades are generally the most valuable, especially those that look as if they've just come off the press.so. How can you find out if your 1994D Lincoln penny is worth big money? First, examine the coin closely under good lighting or even with a magnifying glass. Look for any signs of mint errors such as doubling, misalignment, or anything that seems out of the ordinary. Next, check the condition of your penny. If it's shiny and has minimal scratches or wear, it's in better shape. Finally, consider getting your penny graded by a professional coin grading service. They can give you an official grade, which helps determine its market value. Now, you might be wondering how much these coins are worth. While the average 1994D penny without errors is worth just face value, a penny with significant errors or in pristine mint state condition can sell for much more. Pennies with rare errors have been known to sell for hundreds, and in some cases, thousands of dollars at auction. So it's definitely worth taking a closer look at those 1994 pennies hiding in your change.to wrap things up. If you come across a 1994D Lincoln penny in your collection, or even in your pocket change, don't dismiss it right away. Take the time to inspect it for errors and consider its condition. You could be holding on to a small fortune without even realizing it. Value in market $1.6 million. If you found this video helpful, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel for more coin collecting tips and discoveries. And don't forget to turn on the notification bell so you don't miss out on our next video. Who knows? Your next penny find might just make you rich. We're going to talk about a specific coin that could be hiding in your pocket change right now, and it might be worth a lot more than you think. That's right, we're talking about the 1969D Mint Mark Lincoln penny. You won't believe how valuable these coins can be under the right circumstances. If you're a coin collector, or just curious about what makes certain pennies worth big money, stay tuned because this could be life-changing. The 1969D Lincoln penny was struck at the Denver Mint, which is where the D Mint mark comes from. In 1969, the U.S. Mint produced millions of these pennies. You might think that with such a high mintage, these coins wouldn't be worth much. But here's where things get interesting. Some 1969D pennies can be extremely valuable if they possess certain characteristics. We're going to dive into what makes these coins special and how you can spot one. The first thing you want to look for on your 1969D penny is the overall condition. Coins that are in mint condition or are uncirculated can already fetch a premium, but that's just the beginning. One of the most valuable types of 1969D pennies are those that have doubling errors, also known as double die errors. This happens when the die used to strike the coin shifts slightly between strikes, resulting in a design that appears to be duplicated. If you find a 1969D penny with a clear doubling, especially on the obverse where the date or the lettering is doubled, you could be sitting on a valuable coin. Now let's talk numbers. A 1969D double die penny in mint state can be worth thousands of dollars. That's right, what might look like an ordinary penny could fetch you a hefty sum if it's a double die variety. In auctions, Some of these coins have sold for over $10,000 depending on their grade and condition. Even lower grade double die examples can still be worth several $100s. So, it's definitely worth taking a closer look at your 1969 pennies with a magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe to check for this rare error. In addition to double die errors, there are a few other errors to keep an eye out for. Look for off-center strikes, die cracks, or other unusual features that could make the coin unique. Coins with errors like these can also command a premium, especially among collectors who love unique and rare finds. To maximize the value of your 1969 penny, you'll want to get it professionally graded by a service like PCGS or NGC. Grading helps determine the condition of your coin, and the higher the grade, the more it can be worth. Coins graded in MS65 condition or higher are considered the most desirable by collectors, and those are the ones that tend to bring in the big bucks. Even if your coin doesn't have an error, a high-grade 1969 penny can still be worth more than its face value. If you think you've found a valuable 1969 penny, the next step is to figure out how to sell it. You can list your coin on online auction sites like eBay, or you can work with a professional coin dealer who specializes in rare coins. It's always a good idea to get multiple opinions and offers before deciding to sell, to make sure you're getting the best possible price for your coin. Remember, rare and valuable coins are in high demand, and collectors are willing to pay top dollar for the right find. Value in market $1.7 million, so there you have it. The 1969 mint Mark Lincoln penny might be worth a lot more than you think. Whether it's due to a double die error or simply being in pristine condition, this little coin could put some serious cash in your pocket. Take the time to go through your change and keep an eye out for these valuable pennies. If you found this video helpful, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more content about rare and valuable coins. Let us know in the comments if you've ever found a rare coin, or if you have any questions about what makes certain coins so valuable.